Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kaviviritam Kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam Bhuvikrinanti Ye Bhurida Janaha. We have been reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Anywhere you can read about the Bhagavad, it is said, Addo antecha muddhecha hari sarvatra giyate. Everywhere this book sings about the glories of God. So in the Gospel also, everywhere, any page we open, we get some kind of spiritual note which will benefit all of us, this way or other. Many people say that when we read, some problem is there. Our devotees, just you have sent Maharaj that page, I got the light and my problem was solved. I was just thinking what to do. That a few words of Master, one page of Gospel, something, suddenly it strikes our mind. In this world, so many people suffer from so many things. So, Gospel is a wonderful book, as we discussed in the previous day. And in our Indian tradition also we find, through grief comes the spiritual enlightenment and joy, bliss. Ramayana was started by Valmiki Rishi. He was grieved when one of the bird of the pair was killed by the hunter, and it pained his mind. And he was also not getting joy, although he did sufficient tapasya, sadhana. But suddenly, after this, when he started writing this Ramayana, he himself got that Vijnana condition, seeing Rama everywhere, and also bringing joy to the millions and millions in the whole world through his Ramayana. Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna delivered in a battlefield, and Arjuna was shivering. Siddhanti mama gatrani mukhancha parishushati. Oh, Sri Krishna, my dear friend, I am confused. What happened to me? I cannot fight. I will leave this battlefield. I am feeling so weak. I cannot hold the mace, Gandiv. Everything is falling. He was shivering and sat down there in the battlefield on the chariot. Then Sri Krishna, through Gita, enlightened him and brought the enlightenment to the whole world. How to get the supreme devotion, how to get the supreme knowledge, what are the paths, how to go beyond this suffering. Eternal bliss, joy comes through this Gita. Hundreds and thousands and millions all over the world getting joy through this Gita, this Ramayana, this Bhagavata also. This 17 Puranas, Bhagavan, Krishna Dvaipana Vyasadeva, father of Shukadeva, he composed, he authored everything. Brahma Sutra he did, division of the Vedas he did. That is why his name is Veda Vyasa. He divided the Vedic knowledge scientifically, logically, and spiritually, how people, aspirants can be one after another, be benefited. Earlier it was not in that condition. So it was the contribution of the Bhagavan Veda Vyasa to put it the way we are getting today. division of the Vedas. He did. Brahma Sutra, he wrote the explanation of the Vedic knowledge, Upanishads, everything, 17 Puranas, God's different play, divine play, but still not getting joy. He was also under grief, spell of grief. Narad Rishi came and said, oh, write this Bhagavata, the life of divine play of God, and you will get. He himself also got spiritual bliss more and more and brought what a joy to the whole world through this Bhagavata. 18,000 slokas there in the Bhagavata. So all these wonderful books, and this, as I told last time, that this man who was trying to kill himself, commit suicide, just waiting for an opportune moment. Already he has kept his wife and children as a faithful husband and responsible father and husband. He did it now. After coming to Sri Ramakrishna, just 1 or 2 words, when hearing the name of Hari or Rama once, you shed tears and your hair stand on end, then you may know for certain that you do not have to perform such devotion as the Sandha anymore. Then only will you have a right to renounce rituals, or rather, the rituals will drop away of themselves. Then it will be enough if you repeat only the name of Rama or Hari, or even simply Om. The Sandha merges in the Gayatri, and the Gayatri merges in Om. M, this recorder of the Gospel chronicler, he knew all these books, Bhagavata and other things. Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy, he was a university glue, and an experienced headmaster and lecturing professor in different colleges. But after hearing this, he thought, oh God, this man is very learned. And gradually, just a few words forced him, compelled him to forget his suffering forever. He forgot that I was trying to find out an opportune moment to commit suicide, take away my own life, because although he was a successful professor, a teacher, but why not? A complete failure in family life, despite having honor, social recognition, very respect from his high respect from his students. That was there. Recognition from Vidyasagar Mahashaya, this ocean of Vidya learning, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Everyone did their best to make him happy, but in his family life, he was not happy. Neither a good son, successful son, nor a good husband, and not a good father also. A father who wants to commit suicide when he has already begotten children. How can he do it? A responsible father? They were just babies. So he was not at all a good father, good husband, and a good son also. So tried to commit suicide, and now completely forgot after hearing a few words from Sri Ramakrishna. In the scripture it is said, if you can spend a few moments in the holy company, then you will get something. Immediately you will get the other things, doing tapasya, japa, meditation, puja, it will bring its fruit afterwards, here or hereafter. But sadhu sangha, holy company, if you can do, if you have the good fortune to experience that, it brings immediate effect, impact. So you also find that first meeting itself completely changed the life and idea about the human life and goal of life in this man's life. His all ideas were changed, revolutionized. So he looked around and thought, many people are there, let the devotees listen to him properly. I will come afterwards. And when he came later on, now Sri Ramakrishna is the avatar of harmony in this Kali Yuga. Bhagavan Sri Krishna spoke about the 4 yogas that he did, harmonized, blended. And in Sri Ramakrishna's life we find that he has to harmonize the religious sects in the whole world, different religions. And not only that, in the Hindu Dharma also there were so intra-faith, this internal sects of Hinduism, Shaiva, Shakta, Vaishnava. Vaishnava will not go to the Kali temple. Kali's devotees will make fun and criticize Vishnu and other things. So that was not all, but that was also there. Nowadays also I find some people are there. They preach that Krishna is the only avatar. Rama is not that Rama. Who are Rama? Rama means the mention is there, Rama. That is Balarama, Krishna's brother, not the Sita's husband, Rama, Dasharatha's son. Even after Sri Ramakrishna's uttering those wonderful universal truths, that yes, God in different ages come, in different forms. And accordingly, ekam sat vipra bahuta vadanti. According to the need of the age, people, their capacity to understand, they explain the scripture so that they can uplift themselves and they don't go astray. But, oh no, my God is the only God. What a problem with the whole world, and that is the cause of all suffering. In America also, Swamiji said, this dogmatism, fanaticism, this has quenched this blood shed all over the world. So, drains the world so many times. So, what I am telling, this Sri Ramakrishna, now we find a wonderful description there. Went to see the Sandharati evening service in the temple with his relative, come friend. He could hear music from the Navattru, so, and then I'm again coming back, that now we will go and meet the sadhu privately. Then this man has brought joy, and he was telling what a wonderful place, what a wonderful, nice man, and what sweet words he's telling. His wife's words, his children's words, his father's words, his students' words, his friends' words. He did not get anything joy just a couple of hours back. His friends' words. Now, after hearing to Sri Ramakrishna, listening to Sri Ramakrishna, hearing Sri Ramakrishna, he says, oh, what a beautiful man, what a beautiful place, what wonderful man, what sweet words. Everything he has forgot, that he had this suffering to that extent that he wanted to take away his own life. Now, while coming, his friend was telling him, this is. They attended the Arati in the Mother Kali's temple. By the side of that is another temple. Vishnu temple is there. So, Radhakanta, Sidhu visited the 12 Shiva temples. There are Shiva temples. So, there are sects in Hinduism, main sects, Shaiva, these followers of Shiva. Then Shakta, followers of worshippers of Shakti. Kali temple is there, Shiva temple is there, and Vaishnavas, followers of Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu. So they were visiting all the temples. Sidhu visited the 12 Shiva temples, the Radhakanta temple, means Vishnu temple, and the temple of Bhavatarini, Ma Kali. And as M watched the services before the images, his heart was filled with joy. How the changes come in the minds of so many suffering people. That is why it began with those words, Tava Kathamritam Tattva Jivanam. Your words are like nectar. It brings back the life of so-called people. They are living but as if they are dead bodies. They don't have any joy in life. Physically they are alive, but psychologically, emotionally, mentally, they are, spiritually they are dead. So your words brings back the life to those who are suffering, living the life of a miserable one. So here also we find immediate effect, and he has forgot about his committing suicide, and now trying to go to Sri Ramakrishna's room and see this man. About Sri Ramakrishna, there is a book, Anandamaya Purush. A man, blissful, joyful. Ananda means bliss, joy, spiritual bliss, joy. Purush means a person full of spiritual bliss and joy. Never ever anybody, his disciples say, we have seen Sri Ramakrishna, that he has any suffering, any pain, any agony. If any agony is there, oh my dear devotees, how long you will suffer, why don't you come? I am waiting for you, please come. How long you will suffer in the world? That is the agony of the suffering. Otherwise there is no personal suffering. Anything, desire us of anything. We suffer because we have desires and we do not get the desirable objects of our desire. So we suffer. Oh, I have not got it. I have not. Always there is a feeling in our minds that something we have not got. Feeling of emptiness. No. Even if I get that, again another new desire will come. No, this is also, another one is better, another one is better. But Sri Ramakrishna's suffering was there. She was shedding tears, shouting from the building top, oh my dear devotees, Divine Mother said, where are you now? Why you are not coming? So this Sri Ramakrishna now waiting in his room, and the person who has been suffering so much and living his life in a separate rented home just 500 meters away from his father's house, which was not approved in those days in our Bengal society, Hindu society, that a young man, young son, after his marriage, he will enjoy his life with his young wife and children and not taking care of the father, mother. Is he a man? And that also he is a headmaster. What he will teach the whole world? Teacher, he will mislead. He cannot, he doesn't deserve to be a teacher. The society will criticize. That was the condition. Now, he has forgot that he was trying to have an escape to commit suicide, coming back and visiting all these temples. So, harmony of intra-faiths, Hindu sects, different sects. All these things are having impression, deep impression in the mind of the recorder of the gospel, this chronicler, because in future he will be bringing all these Sri Ramakrishna's wonderful universal messages, harmony, message of harmony to the whole world. And if the chronicler's mind is something colored with something, some other idea, then he will not be able to delineate the picture properly. So his mind also is being changed, seeing that here is a place where all the gods and goddesses can live together joyfully. And gradually we will find that what people are coming to him, people belonging to different religious sects. Here it is intra-faiths, next will come interfaith. Different religious people belonging to different faiths coming to Sri Ramakrishna, trying to have solace and bliss and joy. They are not going to their own fathers and own religious teachers. They are coming to Sri Ramakrishna. Hindus coming, Muslims coming, Shaiva coming, Vaishnava coming, Shaktas coming, Tantrikas coming, Pandits coming, ordinary people coming, but at the same time Christian coming, Muslim coming, Brahmas coming, all the major religious people practicing in those days, Calcutta, and so many educated people, they are all coming. On the way back to the Sri Ramakrishna's room, the two friends talked. Sidhu told that a temple garden had been founded by Rani Rashmani. He said that God was worshipped there daily as Kali, Krishna and Shiva. See why he recorded all these things. All these words impressed him. A master has not asked us to follow blindly only one God. Truth is one, but prophets, wise people, they describe it, explain it differently. So don't think that your God is the only God. That is also an expression, reflection of that ultimate truth. But others, gods, goddesses are also equally valid to them. You do not like, that's a different thing. You like Rama, you follow Rama. You are a Christian. Be a Swamiji's wonderful lecture in the last session, 27 September 1893. In the World's Parliament of Religion. Do I wish that a Christian become a Muslim, or a Muslim becomes a Buddhist becomes a Hindu, and a Hindu becomes a God forbid. So if anyone thinks that his faith, his religion will only remain here at the cost of others will not be there, then I pity him from the bottom of my heart, and I want to tell that despite protests and from different sects, different sides, soon it will be written on the banners of all the religions, then help and not fight, and assimilation and not destruction, harmony and peace and not dissension. Swamiji, when he said, he knew, he learned all these things from his guru, and he himself also found that if anyone gets an universal idea, Catholic, then they also become broad, big. In that hall, most of the people came with their own mindset, but when Swami Vivekananda addressed them as sisters and brothers of America, all people stood there. They felt that really this man is speaking from his heart. Really we are brothers and sisters. We are all children of God. So this wonderful environment there, this unification of harmony of all Hindu sects, all these temples are there. And he is mentioning that every day worshipped Kali, Krishna, Shiva, and that within the gates many sadhus and beggars were fed. Sri Ramakrishna's one of the very important teaching was Shiva Gane Jiva Shiva. Naren, what you people are telling, Jive Daya, Jive Daya. What Jive Daya? Who can show compassion to the jivas, to ordinary people? Do you have a little money and a little thing to give others, and you think that you can bring joy to others and you can help others? You are showing your compassion? Who are you to show compassion? God resides in everyone's heart. How can you say, rather, you worship God as Shiva, worship human beings as Shiva. Shiva Gane Jiva Shiva. Service to man is service to God. Have that wonderful idea in your minds. Then it becomes Karma Yoga, and through this Karma Yoga also you are directly seeing the Shiva, not a human being. It is not karma that it will bind. It is not karma, it is Karma Yoga. Your mind will be purified, and immediately you will see the reflection of that ultimate reality, the God, in the people you are worshipping, your so-called service you are rendering. It is not service, it is worship. So that idea here also, it is that every day people are given food, sadhus, santas, beggars are fed. When they reached Sri Ramakrishna's door again, they found it shut, and Brinde, the maid servant, was standing outside. This man also, being English educated, he had this highbrow, that's a little snobbery. Those who do not study, they do not know anything. I know everything because I have my university, a very good man. But it comes when you have so many degrees, you feel those who do not have degree, they are good for nothing. They don't know anything. I know everything because I have my university degrees, and if you have Harvard and Oxford in those days, then you know more than others, other university degree holders. So this is the world. We think in our very small, the frog of the well, we know a little bit, and I think that my world is only that well. Where is the ocean? There is no ocean. My only well is the biggest greatest thing ever one can conceive. If you are telling that there is a bigger thing than water body, than my well, you are a liar. Get out. I will kick you out. So the world is like that. So this man, such a nice man, he had also those people, I will go, I will make a person guru who knows many, who has read many books. So he now started, it has come to his mind, how many books this man read, should we go or not go? So very nice. He himself is describing his mind. It is not being described by somebody else. It is a first-hand direct experience. Shatah pranodita. Voluntarily he himself is writing what was happening inside his mind when he first met Sri Ramakrishna, and gradually how a man, and he himself is telling happily, this was his ego was crushed for once for all. Never ever he wanted to argue with Sri Ramakrishna in his life any further. He himself is describing that I was arrogant. Sri Ramakrishna was telling something, I was also telling something, and belittling his wife, belittling others, those who do not have not read many books like him. If you want to become a Pandit, scholarly, if you know, even God, if you want to know, you have to read many books. He doesn't know that knowledge of God does not, it is not dependent on any other worldly secular knowledge. Yesterday, somebody was asking this in the question, Mahendranath Gupta. It is there in our Upanishad. There are two kinds of Vidya. Paravidya is the experience, direct experience. That is the knowledge. That knowledge is the para only, the knowledge of the ultimate reality. All others, Vedas, Upanishads, these are only books, but with good things. These are not paravidya. You can become Pati Parke Pandit Bhaye. Pati Parke Pandit Bhaye Sadhu na bhai koi. Sadhu means holy. You can read all the Gitas, all the Bhagavats, all Upanishads, Puran, everything, 18 Puranas and all the Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Gita, Chandi, you finish. Ramayana, Mahabharata, you can quote at length, but that will not make you holy. For that, you have to be egoless. You have to surrender your ego to the feet of God and pray day and night. I have gathered so much of knowledge. Oh God, save me. Once Sri Ramakrishna was telling, hey, why you are coming here? Yeah. In Bengali he was asking, Tor ain exam royeche, examine. You have to appear at the LLB exam, and you are roaming about here and there. Why you are wasting your time? You are a candidate now, you should prepare yourself. Then Naren, young Naren was telling, whatever I have read, you bless me that I forget. So we, with our little understanding of religion, this sect, this devata, that devata, some people always Vedanta, as if Vedanta. If one day you do not get food, you start fighting with others. If you get only a morsel of food yourself, you forget your brother and everything, fighting Vedanta. Yes, Vedanta is needed. But without bhakti, only Vedanta, without realization of the Vedantic truth, the ultimate truth, that will only deceive you, and you are also deceiving the whole world. I am talking too much of Vedanta, but Vedanta, how? It has to be, Vedanta is not in the book, in the quotation. And the Shankaracharya himself is telling, this Nayamatma Prabhochanara Labha, na medhaya. Only I am very intelligent. I have so many degrees of so many universities, colleges here, that I am visiting professor, lecturer in all over the best universities in the whole world. Everywhere I get my call. What does it mean? You are a very good lecturer. You are a man of this secular knowledge, something you can quote, something you can explain nicely. You have some originality also in your way, you can push it. You can sell yourself, but have you learned, experienced that ultimate truth that you are boasting of, that you have known? That paravidya is something different, that you cannot claim that with all my achievements in this worldly level with my secular knowledge, knowledge of physical science and this physical world. You know the nature, something also that this universe is so vast, we know. Rabindranath Tagore is telling in one poem is there, Vipulai Prithivir Kototuku Jani. How little do I know about this vast universe. Even after that we boast, oh, I am man, oh, you are inferior, I am superior, I have so many degrees, I can speak continuously for hours. So many things, anything you have a little bit above the common people, ego will come. I know about one brahmachari, he was not prosecuting further studies, but he has a very good background. So Swami Lokeshwaraji Maharaj was telling us, the brahmachari is telling, I will become a sadhu where I will study more. If I study more, because I will be a sadhu, what is the value of all this? This has its value because they need some chakri, bakri, employment, money, earning. So I will not study. Then Lokeshwaraji Maharaj, founder of he was a chala of disciple of Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj and founder of our Narendrapur ashram, college, school, everything. And he was headmaster in the school where I was head 7 years, 6 years, from 2009 to 2015, Chirapunji. He was headmaster of the Chirapunji school from 1938 to 36 to 40. So this Lokeshwaraji Maharaj was telling, you will become a sadhu, that's good. If you have some more degrees, this secular knowledge, we have our school, college, universities, your service can be rendered there, it will be utilized there. And you are telling that no, if I read more books, more degrees, then I will have ego, I will become a sadhu. Why should I unnecessarily make my ego bigger and bigger? You see, you have a false notion, wrong notion. What is that? Anything above the standard, if you have achieved some kind of accomplishment, you will be attacked by ego. Your ego will raise its sword. You see, he was telling that, you see, in our order, sadhus, those who do too much japa meditation, they have, not all, they have, the other sadhus are spending time. What? They have left their home and heart. Most of the time I am doing japa meditation, I am a better, higher sadhu. This ego will come if you do too much japa meditation. And if you can lecture very nicely, Lokeshwaraji is telling that brahmachari who will be joining and being forced, he has already joined and are being asked to study more. So that telling, if you can lecture, you see the sadhus who amongst us are good lecturers, they think the other sadhus are only coming, eating, sleeping, doing some Thakur's name. What they are doing? I am spreading Master Mother, Swamiji's message. So they think in that way, a little feeling that I am higher because I can lecture, others are not able to do that as the way. If I have degrees, I will. If I do more japa meditation, tapasya, as if it is I am in a competition with somebody. You have sat for 4 hours, I have sat for 6 hours. You have done 10,000 a day, I have done 20,000 a day. So I am a better sadhu. It is not. There is no condition with God that if you do something more. Holy Mother is telling, Mother, by doing japa meditation one can see God. Mother is telling, no, by japa meditation you can. Then by japam, no. By meditation, no. Then one cannot see God, no. Can see, then how? If His kripa is there, grace. If you get the God's grace, then only you can realize God. You cannot say every day, oh God, I have done 100,000 japam every day. Come and show me, reveal yourself. Oh, how many people are taking 100,000 times your name? 24 hours I am doing japam, 24 hours I am keeping fasting. You have to come. You cannot tell that. These are all our preparatory things. We want to withdraw our mind by doing all these japa, meditation, good works, activities to purify our mind, raise our mind from the lower level, lower chakras to the higher chakras, so that we can feel the presence of, as yesterday, or where I was listening this, feeling the presence of God, Brother Lawrence's. This, always you feel that God is with me, God is sitting in my heart of hearts, and everything I am doing, never forgetting God. This practice of this presence of God always. Wonderful book. You read Hindu, Muslim, Buddha, Christian, Jain, Parsi, white, African, American, white, black, anybody, men, women, sadhus, non-sadhus, bad people. You read that book, it will have its impact. Wonderful book. So good is always good, but anything, if you can achieve a little bit more than the ordinary run, then there is the chance of being your swelled, this your ego getting swollen, getting more and more, bigger and bigger. So one has to be very, amongst us, those who sing nicely, oh, what you will sing? Oh, I can sing better. Anything and everything, if you get a little bit compared to others, a little more, be very cautious that it will disturb you, otherwise it will fall prey to it. It will say, you are superior than others. Equally, inferiority complex also is very bad. Swamiji is writing, the other day we have been reading, oh, what is that? I do not know anything, I do not. You have seen Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is your guru, and you can tell, no, what lecture I will give. I do not know anything. What you do not know? You know everything. Sri Ramakrishna has given everything. Now you translate it into action. Huh? That Babaji type words will not do. Oh, no, I am Dina, Hina, I cannot do anything, I am, everybody's no. Those who think in that way, they become like that. And it is a hypocrisy. It is a self-deceiving this syndrome working in your mind. It is also, Swamiji is giving a nice twist, it is also a kind of ego showing. No, I do not know anything. As if I am so humble. Actually, I want recognition from others. Oh, so much he knows. Even after that, telling, no, I do not know. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell, I do not know anything. Mother knows. He was speaking from his heart. But we speak, I know something, I know many things more than others, but just to show so humble I am. Oh, no, I am nobody. So, this is not good. Swamiji is telling, no, what actually you know. You are already children of immortal bliss. Why you say that I do not know anything, I am nobody? There is nothing. It is a hypocrisy, it is falsity. Don't do that. Swamiji is Swamiji, Noren is Noren. Holy Mother used to say, Noren khaf khola torwal, means that he sword unsheathed, taken out, ready to face the whole world. It is not covered, that you have to take out and prepare. It is ready, ever ready, prepared to face. Come, whoever. So, this man, our aim, had wonderful, this ego, that, does he read many books? His lecture was very scholarly. Nowhere I have read these things. Gayatri will merge into Gayatri will merge in Gayatri, Sandhya will merge in Gayatri, Gayatri will merge in Om. All these things were new to him. So he was telling this man, see the question of this man. When they reached the the maid was standing there. M, who had been trained in English manners and would not enter a room without permission, asked her, is the holy man in? Brinde replied, yes, he is in the room. M, how long has he lived here? Brinde, oh, he has been here a long time. M, does he read many books? Now, to his dismay, oh God, answer is Brinde. Oh, he has been. Does he read many books? Brinde. Books? Oh dear, no. They are all on his tongue. He could not understand. All books are on his tongue. Wonderful words he was telling. I also read Veda, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita. Nowhere I have seen Sri Ramakrishna's explanation that Sandha merges into Gayatri, Gayatri merges into Om. And if you can shed 1 or 2 drops of tears by taking God's name, you don't need to do ordinary every day this preliminary practices of japa, meditation, sandha, gayatri, puja, arati, rituals you don't need. Rather, ritual will drop away on its own. All these things were new to him. Now he's telling, he doesn't, no. Books, everything, all are on his tongue. He had just finished his studies in college. It amazed him to hear that Sri Ramakrishna read no books. So he's thinking, what a man, doesn't read. Then how can he talk? For reading, I have to take something from others' mind, other things. Then I will be talking. It is also, they call it in India, the committing to memory and vomiting on the exam sheets. This is, you are a very good boy, you're very intelligent, committing to your memory. And then during exam time, and you get some degrees, and very good boy. No originality, nothing from the heart. Some memory power is there, quoting. Spiritual life is not that. It is a direct experience, aporoksha anubhuti. Shrotobho, mantobho, nididhasitobho. First you hear, then you think on it, that whether there is merit or not. And if there is merit, then you deeply meditate on that. And through meditation will come enlightenment. Be it Jnana Yoga, be it Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, meditation means concentration of mind is necessary to have the final knowledge. So, now he was thinking, he doesn't read any book. Acha, all right. Perhaps it is time for his evening worship. May we go into the room? Will you tell that we are anxious to see him? Bring the nose, 24 hours she is seeing. Sri Ramakrishna does not have anything private. Day and night, anytime you come, whether it is covered with any clothing or not, because he doesn't have body consciousness. He doesn't bother who is coming, who is going. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Yang labdha chaparang labhang mannate nadhikam tata. In the Gita it is there. Upanishad also it is there. This is a state of mind when you don't feel that I need anything. And when you feel that nothing also can anybody will take away. And neither I have the desire to have anything, nor I have the attachment that don't take my water, don't take my this. I don't need anything. I am happy within myself. Atmarati. So this lady was telling that, you go enter, you don't need any permission. Go right in, children. Go in and sit down. So, you see, such a headmaster in 2 schools is getting scolding by an ordinary maid, unlettered maid. In those days, maid means they could not even sign. Unlettered, completely unlettered, but don't say ignorant. Unlettered is one thing, I may not know. Our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, they did not go to school, college, but their idea, knowledge, their maturity, their spiritual knowledge also, understanding was wonderful. Practical knowledge also, how to manage a whole family. So many children. In those days, people used to beget many children. Not nowadays, it is one or two. It is not that. They used to take care of the whole family. But so-called secular knowledge, school, college, university knowledge, they were at zero. But they were women of integrity, women of morality, ethics, understanding and practical knowledge. How to. So this lady also said, dear, go in and don't disturb me asking one after another question. Go, get in. Go and sit down there. And scolding also. Go and sit down. Don't, you will tell, then I will sit. This Western way is, I will not sit also. If you don't ask me to sit, how can I sit? So, always feeling that I am different from you. And the spiritual goal is feeling the non-difference. We are non-different to each other. We are one, feeling that oneness. So, And now, perhaps it is time for evening worship. No, go and sit down. Entering the room, they found Sri Ramakrishna alone, seated on the wooden couch. Incense and other things were there. So, just Sri Ramakrishna was asking, where do you live? What is your occupations? Why have you come to Baranagar? So, this aim saluted with folded hands, not like with folded hands. Western way of pronounce. Indian way is mostly when you go to the Guru, Shomit Pani, you will take something in your hands, this some wooden logs or wood, so that Guru needs only to keep the fire lighted. So you take something for the Guru, and then Guru will be sitting on a higher seat and you on the floor. Then you ask with folded hand good questions. Through questions, pariprasnena sevaya. It is in the Upanishad. So now Western, we educated, namaskar, something, a little, but a little devotion is there, not fully. Afterwards we'll fall down at his feet, not now. It is first meeting. So offered his salutations with folded hands, saluted the master. Then, at the master's bidding, he and Sidhu sat on the floor. Sri Ramakrishna asked some questions. Where have you come from? What is you are doing? This, that, why? Aim answered the questions, but he noticed that now and then the master seemed to become absent-minded. Later he learned that this mood is called bhava, ecstasy. Aim was thinking, that man will do now Sandharati. He forgot that just not even 1 hour back, Sri Ramakrishna said, when you shed tears in the name of God, you don't need to do any ritualistic worship on other customs and paraphernalia. Those are all secondary things. It will drop away. And you see how ignorance works in our mind. At that time, he was thinking something new I am hearing. Now, he is thinking that thing is not binding on Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna has to do. It is evening, he is a sadhu, so he must sit for some time, japa, meditation, everyone closing the eyes. So we should not disturb him. So he was thinking, should we disturb? Then he was alone, absent-minded. He did not know that his mind is not trying to meditate. He is already in samadhi. What he will know about samadhi? First time coming, a man who just a couple of hours back was trying to commit suicide to get joy. And that thing, Swamiji also said to D. Rockefeller, Mr. Rockefeller, that is not the way. Whole life you never gave anything in charity, never you did good to others, always accumulated all the wealth. Now you are the richest man of the whole world. Now you are trying to commit suicide and get solace and joy. By committing suicide, nobody gets joy, neither here nor hereafter. So this man, a couple of hours back, was trying to commit suicide. Now, how could he know what is ecstasy, that people can become what absent-minded, completely absorbed in a different realm. That is a spiritual realm, this is a physical level. So he was just astonished and a little bit amazed and thinking, what is this? Later he learned afterwards what was Sri Ramakrishna, why that man was doing that kind of thing, talking and not talking. Mind is there, not mind. He is a headmaster. Absent-minded boys, stand up, get out. You will be punished. Stand on the bench. His idea and knowledge up to that only, physical level. That yes, absent-mindedness is not that physical mind absent-minded. It is a natural bent of his mind. Because you have entered the room, Sri Ramakrishna is trying his best to keep it at your level. Oh yes, oh you are asking question, oh yes, what is this? And then he is, no, you are doing japa meditation, you are a sadhu, better we go. No, japa meditation, no, evening worship. No, it is not exactly that. How can Sri Ramakrishna make a first comer, a beginner in this path, to make understand that it is neither I am doing japa meditation of ordinary sandhya and what ordinary sadhus need to do. It is a different kind of mind, state of mind. How can he make him understand? No, it is not that. Worship, no, not. It is not exactly that. After a little conversation, M saluted a master and took his leave. Sri Ramakrishna said, come again. So this come again was ringing in his ear. Sri Ramakrishna said, come again. It is evening, all right. On his way home, M began to wonder, who is this serene-looking man who is drawing me back to him? He does not see any serenity, beauty in his mother's face, in his father's words, in his wife's face, in his children's face. But now, mind is changed now. He said, who is this wonderful, serene-looking man who is drawing me back to him again? My legs do not like to leave this place. My mind also not ready to leave this place. My legs are also not ready. So, is it possible for a man to get to be great without being a scholar? Oh God, this man, no reading, can he be great? And scholarly discourses he was giving, talking, how wonderful it is. I should like to see him again. He himself also said, come again. I shall go tomorrow or the day after. So he was thinking that my mind does not like to go. And this man also has said, I have fallen in love, love at first sight. I have fallen in love with this man. Wonderful teaching, although he doesn't read any book. But how such in-depth words are coming out of his mouth. So, however, I have to come again because I have already fallen in love with this man. There is some attracting power in him. He also said, come again. So, I will come tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So, M's second visit to Sri Ramakrishna's place was after a couple of days. And it was 8 o'clock in the morning. And Master also was sitting, just getting ready to be have his shaving by the barber. And seeing M, Master said, oh, so you have come. Oh, that's good. Sit down. Sit down here. So today, Master is in good mood. Good mood means Master is in our worldly mood. Good mood means in our worldly level. Because barber is ready to give the shaving and he has come. Oh, acha, again you have come. Oh, so you have come. Well, that's good. Sit down here. He was smiling and a little stammering when speaking. So Sri Ramakrishna to him, where do you live? In Calcutta, sir. And now you see harmony of religion, harmony of all the intra-faiths. I said now harmony of interfaith will take place. You see how things happen. Outward reading will not give it, but if you read a little deeply and think, that gradually we will understand this background is being created, made. This man in future will read, will write, will not write, will be the chronicler, will be the recorder of such wonderful universal things where people belonging to all sects and all faiths will come and everyone has their place. So beginning how one becomes impressed. Sri Ramakrishna's life, you see, he was a Hindu monk, a householder, but at the same time the Tyagishvara, the Lord of all Tyagis, the renouncing people. So, Master asked, where do you live? In Calcutta, sir. Sri Ramakrishna, where are you staying here? I am at Boranagar at my older sister's, Ishan Kobiraj's house. Sri Ramakrishna, oh, at Ishan's. Well, how is Keshav now? He was very ill. Oh, Ishan is a known person to me. I know Ishan. He comes to me. I also visited his home. I said, all right, you are Ishan's brother-in-law. All right. I understand. Where is the connection of Ishan and M and Keshav Sen? Keshav Sen was such a famous man, big man in those days. Keshav Sen dines with the queen. He is not, when Keshav speaks, the whole world listens to. That was the ordinary among his followers. That was known by one and all. That when he visits and goes to England, Queen sits with him and they dine together. So that case of sin is asking, no any connection apparently there. Achha, how is Keshav? Now, he was very ill. Indeed, I have heard so too, but I believe he is well now. Suddenly you are asking something embarrassing. I do not know anything about that. Suddenly you are telling, Keshav is my brother or sister or my father or mother or anything, as if I have come from Keshav's house and you are asking about Keshav. So see, this man also a little embarrassed and telling, no, I do not know, I heard so. But Sri Ramakrishna knew in those days, young people, generally learned young people, educated young people, they will always attend to the discourses given by Keshav. Keshav was a very powerful speaker, a great scholar, and his character and life also was really spiritual man. He was trying to practice spirituality in his life, achieve something himself, but at the same time very highly educated also. So, directly asking, oh, Ishan's house. There is no connection with Ishan and Keshav. Suddenly, Ishan is a Hindu man, he is a Hindu man. Keshav is a Brahmo man. He was a Brahmo leader, founder of Navavidan Brahmo Samaj. He has defection was there. He broke away from his parent Adi Arya Samaj. Sadharan Arya Samaj, Adi Arya Samaj, so many things. Then Keshav's Navavidan Arya Samaj, so many factions and divisions of Arya Samaj. So gradually, because spiritual experience is not there. If you start a religious organization and if you do not have spiritual experience, today or tomorrow it will have factions and divisions. Because all are here in competition. Who will be the guru, who will be giving the lecture, and who will have more followers. Their goal is not to realize God. Their goal is to preach God, because I can speak nicely, I will preach God, and you consider me as your guru, and people will come and tell, oh, wonderful man, what a great man you are. I also want to make myself an avatar without having the avatar's experience of God. That is the problem of the modern world. So, Keshav Sen also so many divisions and this Brahmo Samaj, because they were trying to preach something which they did not experience it. You cannot become an acharya. Acharya is one. Acharya means teacher. A teacher is one. Swayam cha acharati ja. I am telling you something, I am practicing myself also. Not only practicing, I am perfected in that. Then only I have the right to tell you. I don't speak, don't tell a lie. I do not tell, I have the right. I can tell you. But I will lie and I will ask you, always speak the truth. That doesn't make any sense. But world is like that. We do something and we preach something else. So, this Sri Ramakrishna was asking, how is Keshav now? He was very ill. All the young people, educated people, will throng around Keshav, his lecture, what he is describing, what is bad in Hinduism, and everyone has to be a follower of that Arya Samaj, this Brahmo Samaj. So, I also heard he was very ill. Indeed, I have also heard Sri Ramakrishna. You see how things change. Hindu began, Ishan is a Hindu man, this AM also a Hindu man, Master is a Hindu. Now suddenly, how is this Brahmo man, Keshav Sen? Now you see where Sri Ramakrishna switches over. I made a vow to worship the mother with green coconut and sugar on Keshav's recovery. Keshav Sen was a big critic of Murti Puja, idol worship, which Sri Ramakrishna was doing. Apparently, it should appear practically to everyone that Keshav Sen cannot be entertained by Sri Ramakrishna, because he always criticizing that idol worshippers are all false. They cannot reach it. God is not in the idol. This is false. This cannot be a path to reach God. Directly criticizing, writing letters, magazines, this, that, everything is trying to preach that Hinduism is bad because puja you cannot do. Only that ultimate reality is formless, you can worship that. With form, what they do not know what God is. Wrongly they are doing. They will not achieve anything. That was their notion, and they were preaching that. Not knowing actually what God will be. God likes to be worshipped in form or without form. They do not know that, but they, out of their own mind, something is there. They were preaching something without knowing itself. So, in Keshav's recovery, I worshipped Divine Mother with green coconut and sugar so that Keshavs become fine. Sometimes in the early hours of the morning, I would wake up and cry before her, Mother, please make Keshav well. If Keshav does not live, whom shall I talk with when I go to Calcutta? And so it was that I resolved to offer her the green coconut and sugar. Master is offering special puja, special offering to the Divine Mother for the well-being of one who is always criticizing Mother, Divine Mother Kali, and his puja. See the Catholicity of Sri Ramakrishna. And asking, I heard he is ill. Last time when he fell ill, I prayed to Mother, I worshipped Mother, I offered that I will give you these things if Keshav becomes okay, fine, recovers quickly. Oh, my Mother, whom shall I talk with when I go to Calcutta, because Keshav is a good man. Which religion he believes, with faith he practices, that is not my business. He is a lover of God. I am a lover of God, whatever religion you may belong to. But I know you love God, I love God. God is one, I know that. You know or not know, but you love God, so I love you. So, Sri Ramakrishna's love is unconditional. It is all pure love, love and love, nothing to gain back, return back. So, I was resolved that, tell me, do you know of a certain Mr. Cook who has come to Calcutta? Is it true that he is giving lectures? Once Keshav took me on a steamer, and this Mr. Cook too was in the party. Began with Hindu, Ishan Kaviraj. Oh, he is a devotee, he comes to me, I go to. Suddenly, no pretext, no context, no anybody. Achha, how is Keshav? A Brahmo leader who is always against his worship, idol worship, Murti Puja. What Sri Ramakrishna used to do? Ma, always in the Murti, saying that in Murti or not Murti, that's a transcendent and immanent, that's a different thing. But they criticize that. Now, suddenly, a Christian man, a father, who was this Mr. Cook? Mr. Cook was the Reverend Joseph Cook. Mr. Cook, born in 1838 and passed away in 1901. He was this American New England Protestants group. He was a preacher, a father, and he studied in Yale, Harvard, Germany, and he was a professor by profession, and he was a very good orator, author of a book, Orient, and a very famous book, and he lectured 25 years continuously in Tremont Temple and also Old South Meeting House for 5 years, and those lectures were afterwards published in 11 volumes as Monday lectures, and it was appreciated by many. So he was a very scholarly person, just to give an idea who this person was. And he spoke in the World's Parliament of Religion, where Swami Vivekananda also spoke in 1893, and he in his lecture said Lady Macbeth did wonderful, heinous crime, and that crime could be washed away, removed only by the grace of Jesus only. It is only in the Christianity that it can be redeemed, otherwise not. So in his answer, Swami Vivekananda also present there, when he said this, only Christianity has this to remove this sin, terrible, horrible, heinous crime, sin. Then Swami Vivekananda said this famous quotation, and I quote, "Ye are the children of God, sinners. It is a sin to call a man so." So this cook met in Calcutta his Guru Sri Ramakrishna, but never said that oh, you are Chala of Sri Ramakrishna. I met him when Kashyap Sen has gone, took him by steamer. So we will continue with our wonderful discourses on Sri Ramakrishna. But today is 2 days I got. So if chance come again when Maharaj goes out, perhaps I will get another chance or some other chances to continue with the wonderful nectar-like words of our Master. Today we complete. May Sri Ramakrishna bless us all with that mind to harmonize all the ideas and pray and offer our prayer, whichever form we like, with form or without form, which is the keynote of Sri Ramakrishna's teachings. Om Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavatarang Parameshamidnyam Tang Ramakrishnam Shirasa Nama. Hari Om Tat Sat. 5 minutes we can just question answer, because I have taken more time in reading.
Swami, he stopped visiting Master because he
married.
Then when he came back, Master said, whatever you want, you bring your wife here. If you want to be a householder, I will help her, and then you'll be a householder. If you want to be a sadhu, I'll make that work too. So how come M did not bring his wife to Sri Ramakrishna as well? I mean, Yogananda.
No, Master was telling, context was, Yogananda gave word to Sri Ramakrishna, we will remain celibate, we will dedicate our life in the name of God. We will not be bound. Now, Yogananda's mother sent a message that your mother, I am in deathbed, come, otherwise I will die. So he came, he was working in Benares, in a railway, something. So he came, and after coming, find everyone is smiling. There is a festive mood in the house, because marriage will be there. So he was asking, where is mother? What happened? Was a bedridden mother, mother dying? What mother dying? Mother is better than him even condition. Joyful, blissful, and smiling, ever ready. Son-in-law, daughter-in-law will come in the family. So he said, mother, what happened? I said, my dear child, if I would have sent message that come and marry, you would not come. So you have to, no, I will not marry you. No, I will not. No, your father has already given word to the bride's father. So your father is a respectable man. They belong to the Jamindar, landlord's family. So you cannot belittle your father, you cannot embarrass your father as a son, and if you do that, really you will see me dying. It is not good. I will not be at your arrogance. Your father is also what? For me also at least you marry. So then with cheerful mind, he did not say anything, just married. Now he doesn't come to Sri Ramakrishna because Sri Ramakrishna, he just, he said, expressed that we will remain unattached to worldly life, householder's life. Now, what Sri Ramakrishna will think of me? So he was not visiting Sri Ramakrishna. Then one day he said, all right, mother, I leave for Benares. You leave. I said, who will take care of your wife? I said, you said that for your sake you marry. So now I go. You got me married. Now I leave. I go back to Benares where I am working. I said, oh God, I told and you married. If you did not want to marry, only for my sake you married. Will people believe that? Then he was just being dropped from the sky. What is this? Own mother. That time saying something, now putting me pressure that as if I married on my own. And mother is completely taking no responsibility, telling your wife, you take responsibility, you have married for me or for my word. That is not that is not truth. World is like that. Even my mother can speak in that way. Oh God, then whole world is this. Whatever a little vairagya, was less there. Now it was, oh, this world cannot be believed. The world is like that. Oh God. So he made up his mind that no, I have to become a sadhu. In this critical and this crooked world, it is difficult to live. Nobody keeps words and nobody speaks the truth. They say something, they do something, they behave in some other way. So he was not coming out of his shyness to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna heard that he has married from others. Now he was telling, hey, I asked him to purchase something for me and he is not returning my money. What happened? Why he is not coming? He is a gentleman's son and he is not returning my money. It is not good. Means as if he was stealing his money, only to prick his ego so that he comes to give the money back. So he came, and when he heard that Sri Ramakrishna, oh, since I have married, Sri Ramakrishna thought that I am stealing his money also. He will not return. He could think of me in that way. All right, today itself I will go and return the money. So when he came, it was 1 2 annas, it means say 20 cents like that, not even a full dollar. So he returned. In those days, it was very valuable. So he came and here is your money. Master is telling, hey, why don't you come? No, here is money. Leave your money. Who is asking for the money? Then he was telling, oh, this man informed that I have taken money and has not returned the extra thing. And now he is not interested at all in money. Then he understood that this is just a trick to bring me here. Then Master was telling, since you have married, you are not coming here. What happened? You bring your wife here. I will see. If her mind is worldly, I will change her mind. And if she is already nice, will not disturb your spiritual life, then I will bless. It is all right. Why you are thinking? If the blessings of this, grace of this body, showing his own body, Sri Ramakrishna could not say me, my. If the blessings from here is there, you marry 20,000 wives. Nobody will be able to bind you. That was Sri Ramakrishna's famous. If God's grace is there, no temptation in the world, nothing in the world can bind you, can destroy you, drag you down. So we should have that faith in our mind. So anything else? Or we finish? Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji. Hari Om Tat Sat.